I had a big wide shot of the room.
Do you really?
I got no choice.
Do I look thinner in a big wide shot? Excellent.
We are now.
Nice. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Hubbub. We have a very special guest tonight, Abby Sims. Thanks, Abby. Abby is a software developer. She's amazing. She's involved in all sorts of tech around town. And you taught for 100 Girls That Code for us, too, didn't you?
I did.
Was it fun?
Yes, it was. I think I'm going to do it again.
Yay! Well, what are you doing on the 8th of August?
That's exactly what
All right,
doing
excellent.
on the
That's
8th.
what I wanted to know. For those of you who don't know how the Hubbub works, the Hubbub is pretty quick. It's about 30 minutes. Everyone who's out there in internet land, thank you for joining us. Tonight, Abby is here to talk about Little Rock Tech Fest, and we're excited to have her. Excited to have her. Yeah, sure we are.
Sounds southern.
With no further ado, Abby.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you, Joel. Yes, I'm Abby Sims. I'm one of the 8 people really right now on the team that organize Little Rock Tech Fest. By day, I am a software developer. I've owned my own company now. It's called iDestiny Dev Studio. It's about 1.5 years old. And my background has been primarily in .NET development and some PHP and gosh, I've done a little iOS and just pretty much the joke used to be whatever I could convince people to pay me to write code for, I would do it. But today I'm actually here to talk to you about this Little Rock Tech Fest. We're going on our 3rd year, and as you can see, the date is Friday, October 16th. This year, we're at the State House Convention Center, and I've got our website there is lrtechfest.com, and you can find us on Twitter at lrtechfest. So just a little bit about what our goals are as a group, why we do this. Basically, our mission is like via a conference, and I would say a one-day conference, but we hope to grow into a multi-day conference soon. But we want to encourage local professional software developers to increase their skill set, and also include promote this region both to developers that may not be in this particular area, but sort of in the region, Memphis, Northwest Arkansas, Louisiana, Texarkana, whatever, just in the surrounding area. We want to promote it, Little Rock, as a interesting tech place to both experienced and student developers. So who are we? So here's the team. We have Daniel Pollock. He just started teaching at the Iron Yard. He teaches .NET, a .NET class over there now for them. Myself and James Clymer. James is a developer, owns his own company too. He's a consultant. And we have Paul Gower. He also is a consultant that owns his own company. These are mostly software developers, all of us so far. Kim Harris works for INA, which is they do Arkansas.gov, and she is helping us with our the networking and the more getting to know people focus, trying to make sure we don't do the whole developer thing where we just go sit in rooms and learn about code all day. Matt Scholl, he works for Aristotle, and we got Mike Collins, he works for Arkansas Children's, or the Children's Hospital, and Kyle Newmeyer, oh gosh, I forgot the name of his company. He works for a medical company remotely. But there you go, Care Revolution. It's but yeah, we're all just passionate about providing an event to Little Rock for developers. The last couple of years, we've seen a big uprising in events around technology and entrepreneurism and developers. And I know, if you've been around that at all, you know that there just aren't enough developers out there. And so we kind of all feel that part of the reason may be that Little Rock is just there's not enough programming for us. And it's not like we want to do a whole bunch of stuff, but all the conferences seem to happen in Silicon Valley or New York or Chicago or Denver. So we're, just trying to bring our own thing here. So a little bit of history. So this is our 3rd year. So our first year, and actually even prior to this, so the Little Rock.NET user group actually used to put on an event called the Tech Expo, but it was very Microsoft focused and just like solely Microsoft focused. And that was years ago. And like most of us can't even really remember how many years it happened or whatever. So we just kind of forget about that and say Little Rock Tech Fest came to be in 2013. We held the event at Euler and we had 225 people attend. And we had a total of 18 sponsors and we raised about $2,000, but had a lot of in-kind donations that helped us run the event. It was a big learning experience for us. And we took that. And last year we decided to have it at the State House Convention Center. And we had 350 attendees, 23 sponsors, and raised 10 grand, which was very, very awesome growth for our second year. So this year, so like last year, we thought we might get 275 or 300 attendees. We thought 350 was like crazy. So this year we're saying 400 plus attendees. And yeah, we'll probably have a lot of people there this year. We're hoping to raise $20,000 because we want to expand this year to include lunch and a post-event networking sort of party for people. Last year, we sort of sent everybody else to buy their own lunch, and we want to keep people close to the event this year. So we're actually just hoping we raise enough money to do that. So the format for this year, and actually for the previous years, pretty much follows this. You come to the event in the morning, and you check in, and then we have a brief opening welcome statement. And then we break out and we do sessions. We actually have 4 different rooms where we have talks going on, and they last about 45 minutes. And we have 2 to 3 of those in the morning. We haven't really set the schedule, but basically there's usually 2 in one part of the day and 3 in the other. If we can figure out how to make 3 and 3, we're probably going to do that because we usually get enough talks. So it's a matter of just having enough space. But so, yeah, in the morning we'll break out, have a couple of sessions, and then we're going to do lunch across the street at the Venture Center, which, well, if you've been there, you know, it's like literally just up the stairs from where we have the meeting rooms in the State House Convention Center. So it's literally up the stairs and across the street. And then you come back for the afternoon, you have 2 to 3 more sessions, and then woohoo, party. That's the hope. And I didn't put in here, we do have like a little closing session where we give out prizes, which is a lot of fun. We actually try to cram everybody in a small room and draw prizes, and it's a lot of fun. It's probably my favorite part of the event, probably mostly because like all the hard work, and there we are at the end, and then we get to watch people have fun because they win stuff. So, but so let's see. So kind of to give you a feel of what it's like, I want to present a little video. This was done by Lucas Deem at Richcraft Media last year for us. So let me actually turn up my sound if it's necessary. So you guys can hear it. Tear up a little bit. We had a lot of fun last year. And as you saw too, one of the things that I didn't mention earlier is we also have an opportunity for like vendors to set up a table, and you get to meet some companies in Arkansas that, yes, sometimes need developers, and also that just kind of want you to use their spaces and be involved with them. So the next kind of part, I want to encourage people to help us. Like you saw, there's just the 8 photos there, and it takes more than 8 people to make this happen. There's 5 times 4, 4 rooms times at least 5 slots. So we usually have 16 to 20 different speakers. Some people do more than one talk, but we need people that will speak. We need companies to sponsor the event to help us with money, so that we like to keep it free, since it opens it up to students and people who, maybe can't get their company to pay for them to go somewhere, but might give them the time off. And also in volunteering, not just from a speaker standpoint, but we also need people that help us in the mornings, which I'm cutting ahead. So we'll wait a second. So let's talk a little bit more about speaking. Like what kind of things do we talk about? Basically, it's anything sort of developer focused, but we stretch that a little bit because developers tend to be interested in some parallel worlds. So you see that I've got a list here, mostly, developer really focused topics might be specific software development practices in a particular language, maybe a new tool like a new developer environment like VS Code, or some new framework used for testing, or some way to set up your app, managing projects in time. So IT professional stuff like server administration, virtualization, database technologies. And a lot of companies, developers are expected to know how to set up the server their code is running on, especially their developer environment. So there's a lot of need for people to come teach us how to do that better. And in entrepreneur topics, working with a startup, finding or doing contract work, and tips for working remote. Those are all things you might hear at TechFest, or if you are talented in any of those areas, you could talk. And in panel discussions, we also, you saw one clip in the video, like we had women talking about STEM, like tech and learning. So like we have some of that stuff that comes on too. So if you're afraid to get up by yourself, but you thought you and a couple friends wanted to talk about particular issues, we might welcome that. So sponsorship. This is what I mostly help out with, and it's kind of fun. This year we have ramped up sponsorship program a little bit. Basically, we have a couple of different levels from $500 up to $5,000. And $5,000 seems like a lot, but we really hope to find at least maybe 1 or 2 partners in our community who might be willing to commit to that level. In exchange, we do different things for different sponsors. Everybody gets their logo on the website, and we'll recognize everybody during the event at some point. But the more that you give, we try to give back a little more. We try to do a couple extra things on your behalf. The cool thing about Platinum, though, is you get to choose what to sponsor, actually, like lunch or the after party. So you can do, like, we'll work with you to do whatever cool stuff you want to do to promote your company at the at whatever you choose. And it's kind of first come, first serve. So the vendor table thing. So we talked about, there's a room with vendors. Certain levels come with a vendor table, and bronze and silver sponsorships, you can buy a vendor table for $300. And that gets you, we have a room, it's it's a little bigger than this room, maybe twice the size of this room, where we set up all the vendors they have their own tables, and we really can only fit like 10. So, but it's a lot of fun. We make a game that has prizes involved for people to kind of go in. And last year we did this card, you had to get them stamped, and it was awesome because I think we told them that they had to get like 5 stamps, but somehow they thought they had to get everybody to stamp their card. So really, I didn't think that people would do that, but everybody was happy. doing pretty good. We have commitments that put us a little under halfway to our goal, which is awesome, very awesome. Obviously, we still got some ways to go. So volunteer opportunities. If you want to help, but you maybe you don't want to help all day, or you can give a little bit of time, or you want to help a lot, that's fine too. But we need people that help with setup in the morning. The convention center does a lot of setup, but there are still things that need to be done. Signs that need to be put up, things that need to be put in rooms, and just like things that just need to be moved places and set up. The registration booth in the morning, people come in and register, they get a badge and a bag with some goodies in it. So we need people to help with that. Lunch setup, tear down, after party setup, tear down, that kind of stuff. So if you, are interested in that kind of stuff and you're going to come, we'd love to have you volunteer to do that. We also don't mind people that want to help organize if you have a particular knack for that. That we do have 8 people, but we still, we're 8 busy people, so that kind of helps welcome too. Well, and I think that's pretty much my whole spiel about Little Rock Tech Fest. Is there any questions? Did I leave anything out?
You mentioned that we're a nonprofit, right?
Yeah, we are.
We aren't paid, like, in other words, the sponsorships help
Yeah.
get the conference on, so we're not.
Yeah, Paul brings up a great point for those online that can't hear. We are actually a nonprofit organization. We're registered with the state, and all the money that we collect actually goes right to making Tech Fest happen. It doesn't. Nobody gets paid to be there. None of the speakers get paid. If we raised a bunch of money and could fly somebody awesome in, that we might do that, but that's not happened. Every dollar we get actually goes to the space, the food, the drinks, the T-shirts, it goes to all the stuff that we need to make the day happen. So, but yeah.
I was doing my job trying to tweet. Did you say that you have a website?
We do have a website. I had it at the front. I should have put it on this last one too. It is Little Rock Tech Fest. It's lrtechfest.com. So we'll go back to the front. So it's lrtechfest.com, and we're on Twitter at lrtechfest. And yep, again, that's Friday, October 16th, 2015.
What would you like to see happen?
Between now and then, I would like to, we would love to see more speaker submissions from leaders like in our community. We have some great submissions, and we actually have some submissions from developers at Microsoft and Twitter, which I hope those work out. But I would love to see leaders from the Axioms, the Verizons, the FIS, the, Southwest Power Pools, the whatever larger companies we have that have, tech people at them that probably have talented developers. I know it's not natural to most software, developer people to get out and speak in public. But it's so valuable to others to hear your story and to see that you're passionate about your job and to learn tidbits of things from other people. So I'd love to see more speaker submissions from local talent.
I know that this is something you're passionate about. Do you have a lot of ladies who are going to be speaking there?
That is a good question. I think as of right now, I don't think we have any speaker submissions this year so far from women. So that also would be very welcome. I'm happy that we have Kim on the board this year. She kind of came on late in the game last year to try to help us with some stuff, and hopefully this year we can have her connected in better. But yeah, we definitely, we did last year, we did okay. We don't really go out and solicit this very much other than just trying to generally encourage people. But if you know talented women that would speak, we would love to have that kind of reference. We're happy to reach out to specific people. We just, it could be a full-time job, just
Well, yeah.
finding people. My job is sponsorship, so I had to go out and find sponsors.
And that's hard.
Yeah, if somebody else would like to volunteer to reach out to. Yeah, but if you have a contact or something, anybody, we're happy to reach out. We just kind of need the connections.
Who's your connection to that? So if we did find somebody and wanted to contact you.
The best, I mean, certainly, you can hit us up on Twitter, LR Tech Fest. There's also an email on our website. Yes. And I think it's info at,
Yeah, the Rock House.
yeah, I'm gonna pull up I can pull up the website here real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, so info at lrtechfest.com is our generic email address, and that goes to Daniel and myself and probably some others. But Daniel Pollock is generally in charge of like reviewing the speaker submissions. So definitely if you have send it to info@lrtechfest.com and we'll deal with it that way. So.
That's great.
Yeah.
Where's speaker submissions due?
So we put a date on Laner. We generally like to have all the submissions in by 30 days prior to the event so that we have time to notify people. We will select some speakers over the next coming weeks and start announcing, what we can. We try not to do too much because, but a month, 30 days prior, no later than that would definitely, yeah. So the 15th of September is probably a good day to say. You can give money up to like 2 weeks prior to get on the shirt, so.
Make sure to do that.
Yeah, no, that's not necessary. But
What's exciting and happening in tech in Little Rock right now?
Wow.
Sorry, putting you on the spot.
I know you are. Well, to me, what's exciting, there's like way too many exciting things going on. It's hard. There are a lot of options. I think I love that the Innovation Hub is here, and I think everything that's going on here is great. The Venture Center's got a lot of good business-focused stuff going on, that's entrepreneur-related, business-related stuff. But Little Rock Tech Fest is my favorite thing, of course. No, there is a lot of amazing stuff going on, which is awesome because a few short years ago, I think there was like a SQL Server users group and the LittleRock.net users group and crickets. Yeah. I mean, just a few short years ago. And now there's like Python groups. That's not true. There probably was that 501 hacker group. I think they've been around a long time too, but it's been kind of sparse. So there's a lot of good stuff, which is nice.
What are you looking forward to right now? Again, on the spot.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm on vacation next week. That's awesome. I think, I'm looking forward to the co-working space that's going to be here.
Yeah.
I really am.
Thanks for the plug, Abby.
Yes, yes, the Silver Mine is going to be awesome. Options are a good thing to have. I think that's having, for a while it felt like, what do we need 2 co-working spaces for? Well, now I've been in one and I want a second to choose from. So I think it'll be a really good thing to have too. Yeah. That's
Okay, I'll take you off.
yeah. 100 Girls of Code again. That's going to be fun. Yeah. There's a lot of fun stuff going on.
I'll take you off.
Yeah.
But thank you for coming to the Hub.
You're welcome.
And, we love having you here. And have a short and sweet and amazing. Thanks, Abby.
All right. You're welcome.
That was almost perfectly timed.